We're in the village of Barrow, or just outside, and this is the Church of All Saints. And this looks a very smart churchyard. We've got a tarmac path with a grate as well, and some gates, so we'll go in. It's not a particularly nice day today. And the first thing we're greeted with are 2 wheelie bins and 2 cones. Excellent. But we've got 2 benches as well. So this is very smart. Massive churchyard, big flint wall all around it, very well kept, and very smart with this tarmac path. But we'll walk all around here and have a look. We've got some strategically placed trees, and they're all waving in the wind. This is an interesting old bit of graveyard paraphernalia. They were laid like this originally, were moved here. It's very windy here. It's very open, this graveyard, at the moment. That's why I think all these headstones are suffering from the weather. That one's fallen down over there. And here, and look at this church, and try and talk through the wind that's blowing through all these trees. Wooden door at the bottom, and then one window and a tiny little window, and then a belfry window, and we can see the clouds just racing through the sky there. This is a stormy day. Double headstones. Joseph Barrow. Joseph Barrow. Yeah, the wife of Joseph Barrow, yeah. Now Barrow and Barrow. I guess that's something to do with the village. So presumably the village was named after his family, I guess. We come down here to the side of the church, and slightly more sheltered here. Oops, I spoke too soon. The church here has got all the decoration on the top of the roof. It's a lovely flint. Let's have a look at it. Very nice. It's very pleasant here, but when the sun's coming out, this is just such a neat, well organised churchyard. There's no headstones down here at all. Now there's a little entrance here in the wall. Whether this leads to a second churchyard or whether it's just an entrance to the woods. There was a gate here by the look of it. No, this just goes into a wooded area. So we'll go back into the churchyard. Ah, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Where the sun's shining a little bit. We can see there's some sort of, I don't know what that is, but there's some sort of shield that's been built into this church. That's lovely. That's with the stone here and the flint. It's beautiful. Nice little door. And here, as we come round this part of the church, it's absolutely picturesque. Very, very picturesque. Look at that. The sun was shining a few moments ago. Maybe it'll come back out while we're here. But look at all these graves here under the tree. The flint walls collapsed at that part. Looks like the trees actually grown and knocked it over. We've got more headstones here. Oh, it's really lovely here. This is beautiful, and we're sheltered by the church, so it's not quite so windy at this spot. Oh, now the sun has come out. Look, and that's just lovely. Got all the shadows of the leaves there. My favourite scene. Beautiful trees. That one's in blossom. If we look back here, got a very large, very lovely window with 3 panes, 3 panels in it. The centre one's larger, and then it's got that lovely window, little window above, and then the cross with the clouds there streaming across the sky behind it. If we just stand here for a minute in the quiet and the shelter of the church and look at this part of the churchyard, this is very picturesque indeed. It's almost as if those headstones have been placed there artistically to get the effect that's wanted. They certainly have succeeded. It's beautiful. Oh, and look, we've got this lovely scene here. Under the tree, there's headstones there, and that big grave there. It's a lovely scene, isn't it? All those weathered headstones. Get a lovely view of the tower here. We'll have a stroll over here and see if we can have a look inside this church, where perhaps we can get away from the wind, possible rain that's headed our way. It's a lovely porch though, with a very unusual flint wall here. This window set in it. It's lovely, that. 2 pots, one each side, but it's open to the elements. Certainly the elements are around today. It's a lot quieter in here. It's got these 2 little windows, one each side, set in alcoves. And this metal surround here. All Saints Parish Church. So we stand here at the entrance to this church, and immediately to our left we've got a raised area, raised from these tiles, multicolored brown tiles, and it's wood, a wood platform. We've got plain windows there, and over here, what have we got here? This is a bell here, with a bell pull, rings the bell. Small plain window in front of us. The walls have been painted, but the stone edging has been left really lovely, in a lovely manner. That's given it all the character. In some of these churches we see the walls and all the edges will be painted white completely, which spoils it. I mean, this looks really nice. Got this lovely edge here. That's absolutely beautiful. Doesn't that window look lovely? Here is a very large organ standing very proud in the end of the church just before the tower. We step off this wooden platform here and turn to our left, and we've got the font, which has got an absolutely fabulous column it's sitting on. That's beautiful, and all the tiles have been laid for the font. Looks really lovely. And then there's all the shields here. And we just look up here and look at this big organ. Look at those pipes. They're massive. And while we're here, we just take in the ceiling. It's very dark wood. Beautiful ceiling. It extends in the same style all the way down to the end of the church. It's very busy, this church. There's a real lot going on here. You can hear the wind whistling outside even from in here. Over here we've got a painting by somebody, I think, who lived in the rectory. The door here to the outside world. That's lovely. Now, we've got two aisles, and we've got lovely candle holders. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. It's really well decorated. This church is just a lovely feel about it. Oh, and look at this. Look at that. It's wonderful. Look. We've got the two plaques each side. This memorial here in the middle, flowers. That lovely window with the paintings or drawings. That's for the 1939-1945 war. That is absolutely beautiful. Plaques over here are all around the church. They're on all different areas of the church. Plain glass window here, and you can see the trees waving around outside in the wind. Some lovely flowers again. I always like to look at the flowers and acknowledge the people that have done these. They are beautiful. Take in this. This is a very large area here. It's got memorials on this side. These plaques. Lovely pews. It's a big, grand area here. Graves on the floor.
Here lieth the body of Henry Long, rector of this parish, who died the day of November in the year 1685.
1685. That's old. I don't know what that is, but that looks even older. Over here on the side, before we go any further, look at this one. 1634. Look at that. This is wood, painted wood by the look of it. I don't know. Look, yeah, I'm sure it's wood. And we walk up here a bit further and there's more graves here. This one's all cracked up. Got memorials here. And then got this beautiful window. It's a lovely spot, isn't it? We've got the usual red and black tiles, of course, with a slightly different pattern here. But the window is just amazing. Oh, I just love the window. I love the all that decoration underneath. Cross. The church is just full of beautiful things. Look. That's just a wonderful window. That's a really lovely design. Fabulous. We've got looks like an old, I don't know what. It's full of artifacts, shields. This is stone. Looks very old. And here we can see the size of the organ pipes at the back of the church, underneath the tower nearly. Another flower arrangement here, and behind it. So if we stand here with the altar behind us and look down the church, we can see that this church is not the same as most we see in this area. For a start, the extension doesn't run the entire length of the church. Up here at the altar there is only the one aisle, and you have to walk almost halfway down the church and step down 3 times to get to where the church is its full width, with that extra extension, extra aisle. Looks very busy. We go up on the pulpit and get a better view. You can see here a full view of the church, its full width of this area. Everything about this church is neat, tidy, well thought out, very professional looking church, very smart. I love it. Over on this side we've got a small little chapel area which has an altar on a raised wooden area. This is lovely, isn't it? This church is getting a lot of attention from people, a lot of work going on. So clean and so neat. So well kept. And I love the candle holders on the ends of the pews. Got these plaques here. There's obviously some very historical aspects to this church that would need researching. Get a good angle from here. The church. It's got everywhere. It's got electric heaters on all the walls up there. But you can hear that wind blowing. It's so windy today. Got some little friends who are sitting here. We've signed the book. Just get a final view of this church. It seems so quiet in here compared to what it sounds like outside. You can see, I think, all the leaves, trees blowing around in the wind outside. So we'll open the door. And we'll walk out into the... Oh, and the sun's just come out, just as we arrived outside. Oh, that's lovely. Now we can get a lovely little view of the church in the churchyard with the sun. That's lovely. This place is growing on me. It looks like a grand country estate. It's just laid out so well. I think that the person who's worked on the grounds here has done a fantastic job. Have a last look here at All Saints Barrow, and so there's obviously there is a real lot of history here that I don't know about. First of all, I think the church is really lovely. It's so clean and neat and tidy, well kept. A real testament to the work and effort that people are putting into it. Interestingly, the headstone that we saw on with the name of Barrow on it, so there's obviously historical connections here with the family, I guess. And there seems to be artifacts in the church which were also interesting history. This would be another church that would be interesting actually to know more about. That was a really nice church, though. I would say congratulations to the people that are looking after it.